Okay. Let's go over here. It doesn't. Strange. But okay. Okay. A few minutes. Check out the audio levels. Make sure. There we go. I'm actually gonna sit in general of Get Gr8 while we do this. I'm just gonna chill. It's me. Okay. Put this over here. Okay, let's see. Let's go here. Just hit up a little bit of training, yes. Hello, people who may or may not be here. Well,
Let's dance, darling.
let's see. Hello. This is currently the audio video test for Skullgirls Lab stream this week. So, you know, 4th week of the month. Let me know how I sound in relation to the game and anything else. How the video looks, all that good stuff. I'll be answering questions that people have posted in the Discord. Head down a little bit there. Cool. Thank you so much. Messed it up. Lowered air dash. Still kind of hard. Yeah. Still. Man. That's just so mean for Eliza. Cool, I'll be starting in about 7 minutes, and then into answering some questions about the game. I'll just kind of warming up my fingies. Ah, messed it up. Man. Oh, man. Interesting. Okay, let's see. Other characters to test. Oh, I guess I should probably try this. Just ahead of time, someone asked a question about this. Boop. Bam, bam, bam. It's hard, yeah. Let's see, how did the video do it? When was this from? Oh, okay, so recent, last year. Timing is weird. I know it's easier with the JLK. I'm just trying to see how the video did it, just so I can replicate it. I know what the mid-screen is. Well, I can do it, but yeah. I just want to see how this video did it that someone linked, just from my own knowledge base. And I wonder why it was there. It's kind of interesting. The hitbox is really that small. Weird. Oh, crossbar punch. Okay, 3 minutes before we start live stream. We know how I sound in relation to the game. No, I missed it. Thank you. Let's see, other characters to start with. I think. What was it? Someone had this. You just get the one little tink.
Stay down. Just give up.
Zoom. Yeah, chew. Hydrate. I have drink with me. Take a sip of drink. I really mess with headless like that. But I certainly like the little dinks.
Here, kitty kitty.
Interesting. Mm-hmm.
Heading home. Dinner time. Rolling star. Here, kitty kitty. Stitched up. Good news. Good news. Stitched up. Stitched up. Stitched up. Good news. Stitched up. Stitched up. Good news.
A weird thing. Actors read. Okay, so here we are. Let me start off. Let's see. Alright, so here we are. Welcome to live stream for this month. So we got a couple questions in the Get Gr8 Discord that have been asked by players of the community. And if you ever have any questions, you can certainly put those into the chat, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. So, first question comes from Rennie. Get me out of the corner versus Eliza. And I think I might have explained this before, how to deal with Eliza things, but wouldn't hurt reiterating. Also, how to deal with Big Ben holding up back double jumps. So, I guess first let's talk about Eliza, and since Rennie I believe plays Parasol, we'll do that here, and we'll go to her stage. Alrighty, so Eliza as a character has got some decent air pressure stuff, and it can be kind of annoying to deal with in the corner. So let's change our this here. Whoops. Make sure we're stuck on this. There we go. Here. And now we're playing Eliza. Man.
That is playing.
I wish my butt could play Skullgirls. That'd be a very dexterous butt.
Made you say that.
Yes. Okay, so Eliza, pressure strings, this is one of those. She can do a lot of that. That's also a thing. It's one of a couple. Do one of those too. It's a thing that you can also do. She could also delay air dash and go for a GLP like that. But thank you, I appreciate that. I actually had to customize this from. I customized this layout from the Filia one, actually. So it's actually the Filia one, but I actually turned it upside down, so and then just fit the things to match everything else. Just fun. But yeah, Eliza pressure strings. This is one of those. This is one of those. Doing this and repeating that is also one of those. Also doing. I think I did that already. I think doing this. Also one of those. Arguably easier to deal with. Most of these can be nullified by just doing push block. But if we're... Let's see if I can do this consistently. Oof. Let's try that again. Oof. No, it's okay. I'm so sorry. Do this a couple times, a couple reps. That's something that I do against people pretty often, so. That's it. You basically nullify everything on the last hit. And that's over. Otherwise, to just go with that, to go for that, right? You can just press the button, really, so. fast fall kind of makes it a lot harder to deal with like this. So you certainly don't want to be down backing against that because then all of that is still an overhead. Do that, it's all over, pretty much. Push block the last hit, it's all over. Push block the first hit, it's kind of bad for you. Hello, Hensei. Talking about Eliza pressure in the corner and how to deal with it. Pretty much, if they're doing air strings at you like that, you just push block the last hit of that air series, and then it's kind of over. If they're doing one of these, do this from here. That's a thing. Let's do the one that I usually do, which is... Oh man, Battle for the Grid, yeah, game stick. I could do that. Let's practice goal, we understand it. Let's try that again, make that more consistent. That one's a little more annoying to deal with. If you push like the first hit, then you're kind of oof, right? That's a thing. Let's see how do we deal with this? So, last hit. This one's oof. Let's see, buttons we could use. Oh, she's gonna put on the other side. Hi. I cancel jab after chicken blocking. It's kind of a little hard. That's fair. Mobilize. Give me 1 second while I do a thing real quick. Okay, here we go. Let's get back in the game here. Here we go. Okay. So, it might be that chicken blocking. So, let's see if we can. Let's jump in. There we go. There's our solution. Let's see. Bam. Let's see. Oh, she went on the other side. There we go. So it might be just like you kind of have to like time it so you get the pillar off just in time, pretty much. So that might be the case if you want to deal with that kind of pressure. That one I kind of do to people to just annoy the shit out of them, personally. You kind of have to do it so that you start to chicken block, but then you're still holding down back and then you get hit with the overhead. So you're gonna have to get the string of the air. Because then that happens, right? And that's not great. So if you can get both hits while you're still up backing for the chicken block to get the land cancel DP off, that's the way to handle that. And then kind of goes the same thing for if they're doing that. Same idea. It's kind of like the same sort of thing, just different buttons, you know. It's kind of like mostly dealing with Eliza pressure in the corner like that. It's usually most people have problems with the air series. The ground series is not that bad. You just kind of push back the first hit, and then you're out of pressure immediately, unless they decide to just DP out of nowhere, which can happen. That's kind of just dealing with Eliza like that, though. Let's see, what else did they say? How do we deal with big band holding up back double jump? Well, I mean, if a big band's just up backing, you know, they could just be doing a bunch of heck in that sense. Honk. Let's go. They're also playing Parasol, right? So big old band. Let's go here. We're dealing with the band, just kind of doing this pretty much. We'll just say, for the sake of it, just do this. And that's what they're doing, right? As you can see, they're just holding jump, right? You could just go low forever. You see the 2 exclamation points coming up. That happens when the opponent is trying to hit up back, or, you know, also straight jump and stuff. So you could just hit them low, and that'll work. If they're hitting neutral jump, you can actually just jab them, and that'll work, since they're not holding block or anything. Most big bands like to try to do all this jumping, then jumble dump nonsense, and then try to go for things that don't exactly make sense. Unless they're trying to apply spacing or pressure, and they didn't do symbols. But most big bands who are just kind of jumping out of nowhere, you could just dash up low, because that's a pretty good option for Parasol. Or jab if they're trying to neutral jump. Pretty much. You could also try to call out their jumps by going for air grab, and that's not exactly the greatest option because that's actually committal for Parasol, because she's kind of stuck in the frames like that. And then you leave her to get punished and stuff. But you mostly want to call out the lows. Low's not bad. Dash up jab, also not bad. If you want to call out neutral jump or just standard up back like that. How do I apply high-low mix pressure when doing a block string as Filio when they do or don't push block? That is an interesting question, but let me get through this other one first. We've answered Rennie's questions. Let's see, Cheddar. I think Cheddar's just been asking about fortune things. Just how to move the head. Let's see. I actually don't play much Fortune headless, but I do understand how she works. So Fortune here, she's a standard-ish character like this with her head on. Can do dangled mix-ups and dumb things. Grab. You know, all that junk. She can do all of that stuff. Headless, she's a completely different character. Yeah, slabbing. This is the lab. This was supposed to be yesterday's lab, but I'm labbing, you know. Labbing today. But Fortune Headless becomes a complete puppet character, and she can do a lot of sandwich combos and stuff. It was just fun, you know. But yeah, you know. All those sandwich stuffs that I don't exactly know about, but you know. Fortune by herself, you know, she can move the head. She can do a couple of stuff with the head regulations. If you want to strictly just move the head with Fortune, you just hold the hard punch. You see me holding it right there, and also in my overlay, I'm also holding hard punch. You move forward and backwards, and you tinkle the head a little bit. You know, that's how you move the head. And then when you release the head, she does a little attack. If you want to be able to move the head and then not attack at the end of moving the head, hold down, nothing happens. And if you want to just, if you want to keep on blocking and moving the head, this is how you move the head, holding down like that.
Let's go.
Move the head. You could be holding it forward, backwards. This lets you move the head without you moving yourself. So that's always fun. Holding down also releases the head. Move the head, and holding forward makes you do a zoom. If you want to do a other thing, press forward. Lets you do your zoom. You hold the head, and you release everything. That's how you do a bonk. So it's good. But like, yeah. Other things, you kind of just have to know what the head does like that to be able to do other things. That's the DP. So you can do I forgot what her nom is actually, because I don't normally play The heck in not the controls. But command list there. What's her num? Nom. Ah, quarter circle backwards. Okay. So, but she numbs things. So, common thing the fortunes do. Hold down, zoom. Oh, no, for the confirm. That's a normal thing the fortunes do. But this is how you control the head, really. You also just do a little loops, you know, kind of scare the opponent a little bit. Have a, you know, a little tinkle. It's good. Yeah, that's kind of just how you control the head in general. Hold HP, move forward, backwards. Tickle the head. If you don't want to move, hold down, forward or backwards. Tickle the head. That's good. Turn the head. Hold forward, quarter circle back and punch. That's good. Take off the head, quarter circle back and punch. So it's good. This is how you kind of move the head. Kind of quick crash course for that. So that answers their question for that. Let's see. Is it okay to use green burst baits in a combo as a reset? I find it somewhat unreliable. It's unreliable because you're at full and dizzy usually, if you want to use a green burst bait like that. I generally don't have to show that because, you know, if you're at full and dizzy, and then you hit, you know, green, your other button, and it causes a green burst, it's just, you know, there's the end of your combo. It's usually just a string into another button, and then that's your green burst. At full and dizzy like this, you kind of just do minimal amount of damage, and then your combos don't exactly go anywhere. So it's like, you kind of only do it when you just want to check your opponent, really. So if you're trying to do like combo into green, you're not exactly going anywhere. But I mean, it's like you can as a reset, but it's kind of banking on your opponent to be pressing a button at that level of dizzy. Let me answer some questions from the chat. Let me see. Fervent Black, I saw earlier about Philia things, and I also think I explained Philia things earlier. Let's do it against Fuguo, because that's always fun. Let's see, help training options. I don't actually want the dummy. Just need them to block. Block always, block all. So. Oh, well, that's not right. Whoop, hold on. Say after the reset. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, how do I apply high-low mix pressure when doing a block string as Philia, or when they do and don't push block? So, let's say when they do push block, right? Most people would like to, you know, push block as fast as possible. You know, try to go in for an air thing, right? They go for a that, right? Or that, right? The cool part about Philia, if you're doing an air dash, you know, from the overhead side of things, doing that kind of leaves you in front of them. This is why it's certificate string, and it's repeatable. So this is what we would call a bad push block, because they do it first hit like that, and then you kind of land in front of your opponent's face. So yeah, that's what always works. See, like that, they're still blocking. If they do it after the second hit, I'm gonna change this back to stable state. Okay, sorry about that. So let's change this to manual. Stable state. It's fine. Boosh. Make sure it's right here. If we change the dummy to block after the second hit, right? So they're still push blocking after the first hit. Weird. Oh, duh. That's the wrong one. Oop, there we go. Right here, right? So that's, you know, that's not bad, right? That's a thing. That's actually a decent push block, right? Because then they push you back, right? The only problem with this is that, you know, you could just get back in. And you can see that the bot does not push block what is technically the fourth hit, because it's still, you know, you can still get up in his face. So you can kind of negate push block in this sense. You know, you can kind of stay in their face like this. So like, if you want to apply some pressure like this, right? You can go for a fast one and go for low, because that's a thing. If they're intent on push blocking the second hit, you can just go for high low like this. Yes, I know most people in Philly like to engage with this, but this is actually not good like that. It's a meaty hitbox, sure. If you want to contest from far away to do that, that's fine. But if you're in the corner, like the player can just like push block you out, and then you're just done. So like that's just kind of harder on you. And you could do this, but then like it's not great, because then like that, you know, by the fourth time I'm done, yeah, all my pressure's gone. As opposed to when I do this, right, you're just kind of still in the face. So that's like, GHP is good for contesting pressure from far away, but like you can only do it so many times before it's over. So, you know, as opposed to this where you're in their face and you can keep being in their face. And that's kind of better in that sense. And if they just don't push block, I mean, it's still your pressure for free. So like, we'll say if they're intent on push blocking after the fourth hit, right? You do one of these. You can just keep going with stuff. And you can also end on the heavy move like this. Normally we tell you to not end on the heavy move because you end up being, you know, kind of minus in the sense. But if you end up on the heavy move like this, it's -4. So you're not, the opponent doesn't go anywhere. So you're kind of fine. It's not bad in that sense. My frame data's not on. There we go. So yeah. So this also makes you super plus. So like, going for this into low, it's actually really good. That's a thing. That's a string. You can do that. Yes, you can end on this heavy move because this is an exception. It's -4. Are you gonna punish that? Because I don't believe so. Philly is the exception because she's safe-ish on a heavy move, where most characters are not safe on a heavy move. If you ended it on this, that'd be bad. Simply parry it, you eat a DP instead then. This is like one of those frame trap moves. This, here, go for grab. Those are option selects like that though. But like, yeah, there's options to deal with all that nonsense. Not that I remember, Doc. Just parry everything, right? But that's kind of like the Philia thing. Let me see other things. Philia one. Good count. Robo counterhead combo of crouch hard punch. I don't know that many counterheads for Robo like that. But let's give this one a try. Also, you'd have to be like, you have to be frame trapped like madness to be getting a counter hit off of crouch hard punch. So we'll say counter hit on this on the first hit. Turn this off. So if we're going, if you're going for this, right? Like, kind of your thing to do is that. It's kind of like you go into like the normal air series that you would off a normal combo. So like if you get a magical counter hit off of this, Let's see. It's kind of, if you're going off the standard this. Ba, 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 ba. Kind of go into reset. Ba, 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 ba. You just kind of go like into normal stuff, otherwise, unless you have a head or something to be able to confirm into the next thing. But yeah, that one's kind of like experiment. There's also the wiki. The wiki probably lists some kind of counter hit for Robo like that. Let's see. Can you show me the full screen peacock mix? What do you mean? Full screen peacock mix. What are you talking about? How do you deal with air dasher's pressure as parasol, like Philia, doing common pressure stuff of it? Oh, that is very easy if you're parasol and you're dealing with Philia nonsense, right? So, for Philia, as a Philia, our buttons are this. And they want to do this forever because, you know, they think they're Philia and they're super fast. And just want to keep holding the thing. Just like, yeah, I want to get in there. I'm gonna get in there. Problem solved. Just get in there. A lot of it can be nullified just by, you know, it's push blocking. Push blocking really is just kind of solves most of the answers like that. You could also call them out with like this button. Jabbing also works. Parasol's jab is specifically good because, you know, this thing lasts forever. This is such a good button like that against the air dashers. Go with yeah, you know, you see that? Freaking good. Look at that. Look at the hitbox. For the the hitbox. It's just jointed as heck. You would use that against all the air dashes because that's really good. It's heckin' a sweet hitbox. You could also go for a stand-up punch because, you know, that's a thing. This is super massive. You would use the heck out of this because it covers a bunch of you. So like all the way to like just above like a character head above a parasol, a good like character and a half in front of her. Like that's not a bad anti-air option in that sense. You could also use tears. That's true. Push block, use tears. That kind of like forces the Philia just kind of rethink her options. And you're probably just fine at that point. Because, you know. Yeah. Crouch shot punch. Crouch speed punch. Also true. Go for... let's do... That's pretty good. That's a good, like, couple links in front of her. So it's, you know, 2 hits. It's always nice. Those are pretty good. Yeah, those are good buttons against air dashes like that. Which you would normally use L tier, just this and L tier, because that's the standard thing. We're not tossing. If you do this into toss, you're asking to get hit, because then you're not protecting anything in front of you. This is technically better. Because then if you put out a hitbox like that in front of them, and then you do toss, because they'll be stuck like there and being like, what just happened to me? Doing this, and then just here in front of them, you'll be threatening the space in front of you, which is a lot better than just, you know, anything else, pretty much. But yeah, that's how you deal with Philia IED nonsense. You can mostly apply this to almost every air dasher in the game. Philia's is the most, you know, oppressive because, you know, she's kind of the air dash character, but like that works also. That strategy works against any other air dashing character in the game. There's that. Go ahead. Can you show me some burst baits mid-screen for Eliza? Eliza has a bunch. Because I like playing Eliza the character. Let's change over to Eliza. And then I'll get back to reading some things from the Discord. Well, we'll take off hitboxes because we don't necessarily need those. Oh, gotta take off counter hit too. Hold on. Fuqua just doing the thing. There we go. But this is an easy one. Super easy. Also super easy one. Might work. You're fast enough. Against a bigger body character, it'll also work. Oh, let's see. Ba, 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 ba. It also works if you want to do like that. Eliza combos are pretty fun, yeah. That's the one right there. If you want to go for that. Let's see. Let's see, there's a way to get the spacing right. No problem. You're welcome. There's a way to be able to space yourself correctly. Yeah, let's see. This is a one. Let's see. Ah, okay. Trying to figure out the one that's like the one that they have from Extra Ammo. I just showed you that one actually. You just do JLP like that. You just do JLP, need to see JLP backwards. There you go. That's a burst rate right there. Oops. My attack damage is off and I want that on actually. I wanted that on. Another one. Data. There you go. That's the way I wanted it. There you go. That's one right there. Projectile burst. So you get gold 50/50. That's overhead low throw like that. But yeah, she's got like a bunch. She's got so many of those kind of burst video things. One off the lower air dash like that. That's a burst play right there. You do that off the lower air dash. And then that can happen, you know. But yeah, she's got so many kind of different things that she can do. It's fun. All right, let's get back to, let's see, how to perform the dash jump mid screen combos. That's from Hamey. My dude, you just kind of have to practice that. Like, I can't exactly help you with that like that. That's the main menu. Whoops. Back in the training room. This in here, this in here, this in over here. I mean, you just kind of you know, just do the just kind of have to practice it like this. Cat Body says to do it this way. But you know, I have those with my own version of them that makes it a lot easier for my brain to do. But you just kind of have to just figure that out. When to push block versus normal block against characters like Parasol and Double. Let's see. Again, I went to heck. Let's say I'm Fuqua, playing Parasol. Cool. If you want to push block slash normal block. If you're doing things against Parasol, or Parasol's doing things against you rather. Right. Boop. Standard combo. Let's just say we're going for that, right? Parasol's going for this. But certainly, you know. That's her block string, right? You're saying, let's say that that's her block string, right? So if you want to normal block all of this, push block right here is actually pretty good. Push block the first hit, also really good. Push block the second hit, kind of okay, not exactly great. Push block the tier, pretty good because then all the pressure stops. That makes it kind of rough if you push block the third hit. That right there, you know, they're kind of back to neutral, so you can't exactly do anything about that. So if you want to deal with all of this heck, right? Oh, something's going on here. What is going on? Weird. Okay. Strange. If you want to push block frames, right? First hit, second hit, pretty good. Certainly at the tier, and I guess you could push block the last hit, but then you know they get to do all of this for free, and then you know, kind of meh. So pushing the first, the second, and the fourth hit, and the tier, kind of helps you out if you want to deal with stuff. You can accept some things, right? Like it's okay to normal block the tier because they're plus anyway, so it's kind of like meh. But a lot of this you don't have to accept. Same with double. Double's just kind of a different beast altogether. No pun intended. Change characters. Fuqua, right? And I'm playing double, and we're gonna get it because you know that's how that goes. Say that's a standard block string. Kind of harder for you because you know at that point it's kind of in plus frames at the M shot. First hit's kind of rough because then they got to do almost the rest of the block string. That also kind of rough at the second hit. So they got pressure at the crouch hard punch. It's kind of more difficult with double. From here, you know, not great. So if you want to deal with the pressure in this case, you kind of have to PBGC your way out of that because she's got hella block string. not to mention that she can also stagger the heck out of this, and then you're stuck in a block string, and then you know, eat some
It's
frames.
great. Oh, hello, JP. What's up?
Hello. Who's this?
I hope I'm
What's wrong?
not
What's up?
bothering anything.
No.
Yeah, it's like in this click on the
Oh my
voice chat, it
gosh.
was like, oh shit, maybe it's streaming or something. No.
Yeah. Oh well, I am streaming actually.
Oh no, are you down? Hello to the 900 people watching you right now.
Everything's fine. I'm just answering questions from people who asked in the live stream questions channel, and just trying to help people get better. So let's see.
Very, very nice of you.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you know,
As usual.
some things about this game is just, you know, kind of obscure unless you put them into practice. And so it's like,
Yeah.
it's.
Oh yeah,
it's
because
worth explaining.
tonight is get great or something. No, we're on Monday, so it's
No.
not-
It's
so
Sunday,
lost.
so I missed it yesterday. So I asked people if they wanted to see it today.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm hosting the the Get Great channel right now, so you should I should know.
Oh dang! I appreciate that.
Yeah, the Get Great channel is an auto host on mine.
Oh, wow.
It's not like there are like many people coming there. But, still.
I still appreciate it though. That's cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna bother you any longer if you were doing some teaching to some people.
No
We'll
worries,
chat
it's okay.
another time.
Yeah, sure.
Good night and goodbye to everyone on the stream. Bye.
Thanks for stopping by. Oh, and there they go. That was fun. So let's see here. Where was that? Right. So block streams with double, it's kind of, it's a little harder to deal with. Some of it you really just have to PGC punish. Brad is asking, what exactly does push block in the tier do for you? It stops any further pressure because out of the tier they're in plus frames, which is +2. And then they could do stand medium punch, they could do crouch medium punch, they could do SHP again, even though they're, you know, they just did plus frames, and then to start up on SHP is kind of harder. But then they're still in plus frames, and then you have to deal with the tier, and that's not fun. It's not a good time. So yeah. But that's kind of how you deal with double in a nutshell. This is applicable to any other character. I know Hammy plays Beowulf, but like, you know, you just arm them in the face, pretty much, or do H chair for the, you know, DP frames and stuff. Let's see here. There was that one. They also asked how to play neutral as Bayo Band, HA train. If you're playing Bayo Band, you just kind of do it, my dude. Like, I personally like to play my characters like they're Parasol, if that makes any sense, because Parasol likes to do a lot of spacing with her sword, and that's kind of how that goes. I would just put it up against my team, right? So like, you generally want to be, I say you, but this is how I play the characters. This is not what I want. Hold on. There we go. But so I'm usually like, you know, this is the God button. This is the button that Beowulf loves to use. So if we're contesting people, I want them to be in this range and respecting me in this range. If they're trying to jump at me, you know, to try to get above me like that, that's when you call A-Train. You generally do not call A-Train for anything else except to call out a jump or you know, just kind of put a wall in front of you, I guess. But that's, you know, you're asking Ban to get dead. That's not fun. So mostly, you know, space out, because from here this you can confirm. You know, you can do that. If you want to space out like that from Crush Out Punch, confirm, and then you can do other stuff. JHP, you know. You can get a hop up from this, pretty sure. There you go. You can confirm it from JHP like that. From like that, you know. You got some decent options from doing just JHP alone, because this is kind of your spacing button. This here or this here, because that's, do you see the range on this? Massive. So you want to bait your characters into making mistakes. I say you. This is kind of how I play the characters, and this is what people find weird about, you know, my Beowulf play. But yeah, and then just, you know, call up people. You think they're gonna jump, but then you also want to back up the assist. You don't want to leave Ban hanging out there to get hit. but that's how I approach the character. That's how I approach the spacing with this character anyway. But is there any way to do cat heads on block while not being punishable? Sort of. If you want to be safe-ish and try to do cat heads, you know, to continue pressure and stuff, right? So let's get Fugu to block first. Oh, that's right. So Lugers are your friend. You don't know this? Lugers are your friend. The standard block string that I'd use is this. And, you know, that ends up -9, right? So we do that, right? And Luger, I'm -2. That is really hard to punish. That's like safe-ish territory. So you normally want to do M Luger. So that's like 2 right there. M Luger, cat heads. Because that's how you continue pressure like that. So if you want to do a block string, right? There you go. There's your cat heads pressure. You could kind of do weird wild things, because, you know, if you decide to end on launcher, and then you're super minus, right? It's -4. Yeah, you know, Philia SHP territory. It's still kind of, you know, hard to punish. But, you know, listen to that. It's still better than doing nothing. So that kind of helps you out there, like that. Yeah, anything else that would make this... This is a no. Well, not that particularly, but this, if you're trying to do slide into that, is a no. Because then they get to act out immediately. You're -18. You're going to eat some buttons. That's not fun. But if you want to be able to... That's how you get that to be kind of safe-ish as well. It's -1. -2. You know? That's how you make things safe-ish. Sort of safe-ish. Because if you decide to do this, it's kind of okay. Because they're kind of still stuck on... You know, crouch hard punch is not great. It's -9. But there's a bunch of blocks in that happens with it, so... That kind of works out too. Really, the Luger's there for the safety. So, you know, it's a little more consistent with the hits and stuff. Because you got a little bit of hit stop after that. So if you want to make that safe-ish in that sense, that's how you do that with double. You also do the same thing here. Because that's -14. But there's just a lot of hits on that. H shot is plus at this range. About that. It's kind of hard though. Like, you know. That's like hard to do though. It's like there, +1. That's how, at the right range. This is +1. But you're gonna be in their face for that though. That's neutral. Most of the time, it's neutral. But like that, it's +1. And that's hard to set up though, because that doesn't exactly work on all the characters, especially because they're stand blocking. If they were crouch blocking, it's still neutral. If they're stand blocking, it's +1. But most of the time, people are going to be down backing, so it's always neutral. See, like that, you kind of set up the spacing for yourself, but yeah. If you want real plus frames, it's from M Luger. If you're about it, let's see, if you're about at this distance or so, I think we're here. Plus frames. Excuse me. At the right spacing, M Luger's a lot better because then you're at plus frames. But yeah. That's what helps out double in that sense. Let's see, what else do we have here? I think I've gone through most of everything. Kind of a short one this time. People or Juice wanted a crash course on Fukuo. Do this against Philia. Yeah, let's get rid of all the block stuff. and blocking. And take off crouch. Cool. So, Fugua. Fugua is a jack of all trades. Fugua is a master of none of them. She's got herself her normals. They're mostly stubby. You know, the ranges are not great. This one's pretty good, you know, for the SMK is pretty good for the reach, the forward reach like that. This is an amazing space control and also a really good anti-air because of the way that the hitboxes are from it. So if we do, let's see if I can do crouch, hard punch, frame advance here. Look at that hitbox. That hitbox massive. That's like right up on the active frames. That covers a bit of her, so she can take out some air dashes like that, and then hitbox right after that. That's when the hitbox changes, the frame afterwards, and then you get giantness in front of her, even though there's a bunch of hurt boxes on top of it. It's still really good space control. So that's pretty dang nice for Fugua. Stanley kick, kind of meh, really. Because these are both stubby. You really only use this for combo filler. Crouch V and kick is kind of okay as a spacing tool. There's a bit of a vacuum effect. This is good for poking. You could also cancel into other things to kind of get yourself out of recovery frames, and that way you can contest on the recovery of the opponent. I've seen some people use the donkey kick as a means of spacing, but it's kind of weird, and you don't normally do that with Fugua. It's very strange. Most people do that into this, or that into this, or that into this, or that into this, or that into that, or that into that, and that's really weird. I don't use this button for spacing much of anything else. I just use it for combo filler. Stand hard punch. On block, on hit, +1. On blocks, -11. Do not use this button other than to, catch people from underneath. Even though it's a pretty good hitbox. Whoosh. It's massive. Kind of, fills the space around her. It's actually really good in that sense. But we'll see any or two. And usually just catch people above you. Specials. Let's see. I guess specials. So we did this one. This one. Most people don't use this one. This one's a weird one. It's faster. Yeah, of course. I tell people to ask questions in chat too, because I like to cover those too, in case anybody has any burning questions that I could get through. That's always fun. Most people. I don't use this. I've seen people use this like in double snaps, but I don't particularly use this button. You could probably like long space confirm this. But I don't personally use this button. Except to set up L shadow confirm or long range L shadow confirm like that. But it's not great. It's the Josh V button. Josh can certainly use that button. I personally don't use this. Josh buttons. Standard jab. It's pretty alright. It's +5. +4 on hit. +5 on block. That's how that goes. Crab slug kick. Pretty good. +3 on hit. +6 on block. This is one of few staggering lows in the game. And this is good for confirm and checks. Also a good poke. This is a decent poke. Let's see. This -31 on a whiff like that. On hit. +2 on block. -2. So you can set up some frame traps with this. Any other magic normals that I forgot? Nope. That seems to be everything. Specials. Start with the fireballs. Fireball. L fireball. Travels across the screen by bouncing. Goes the full length until it meets an object. This is good for setting up any long range pressure because you can dash up by yourself like this. If you want to just go straight on for the full screen stuff. You know, it's kind of like your Walking George, but you know, you can't set up more. You can only set up one at a time. This is if you want to contest people in the air, pretty much. You know. We've also got the air versions. One is directly below her. You can set up some left-rights with that, depending on the combo. You've got yourself the M ball in the air. It set up a downward angle, you know, about 3 or 4 character lengths in front of her. Also bounces quite a bit, so people can still get hit long range. And then just send it full screen from JHP. You super jump this, you can go about the full length and also hit a big band or someone else in the air. Those are decent air contesting specials. The main thing about this character, L-Ball, yes, as an assist, L-Ball does go full screen as well, and you can set up more than one. That's the caveat as an assist. But the main thing about this character is shadows. So, for those who were not around during the pre-grand beta of 2016, these shadows were completely different. Well, one shadow in particular was completely different from this. So M Shadow used to be actually just a copy of her stand hard punch. But it's been turned into a hit grab. So you can see the frames right after that. Goes forward, bit of a distance, then goes for a grab. And you know, it's kind of a chunky hitbox in front of her, you know. In some instances, this can actually anti-air. So, you know, it's possible to be able to grab people out of the air. I wouldn't bank on it though, because you can also hit the shadows so that they just stop. This used to be faster. Her L Shadow. It's neutral on block. That just grabs, you know. That one grabs and then just sends people into the air, and then you get to confirm off of that. This sends people flying, put them in the air, and you get to confirm off of that. This one causes a ground bounce, and then you fly into the air and you get to confirm off of that. And that's kind of what this character is about. But this new version of Fuqua, you know, hiya, you can hold your shadows at the cost of health, which is not showing right here. So let me demonstrate that, because that's kind of important mechanic. Say normal health, right? Hold the button, you drain health. And at an increasing rate for each subsequent shadow that you use in a combo. So look at that, it drains way faster for each one. You lost quite a chunk. But yeah, most people use these shadows to set up things like this. Because, you know, or this. And then you get a left, right there. You get a lot of mix off of these shadows. And that's kind of how this character works. That's kind of like the gist of Fuqua and the things that she can do. Oh, also, yes, it does drain. Yeah, drain does increase. Does that drain? Yeah, you can't hold the shadow that I know when she's an assist. So, oh, if she's tagged out, like if you do a drain and then she's tagged out, yes. I mean, that stays. That's forever. That doesn't just go back. You're killing your real life pretty much. So yeah. Didn't we have an unblockable? Oh, like the high-low unblock? Yeah, this for doing this into that. Yeah, that's her, or rather this into this, because that's a high-low. But that's put into unblockable protection now. But that's kind of this character in a nutshell, like that. Most things. Oh wait, I didn't do air buns. JLP, the boy. This we need full frontal on this. Hold on. Okay, this character's got the boy. You don't understand what I mean by the boy. This is boy. Look at that, the boy. You want to use the boy. Butters your toast? Yes. You want to use the boy, because the boy does this. You can confirm from the boy into the JHK. And JHK This here. Everyone tells you don't use it. You shouldn't use it, to be honest. But this button is so good. Why not? Because this, you know, this you just do this and whatever, you know. It's so good. It's a dive, and I can send you to the ground. You're in plus frames. You can do whatever the heck you want. This is kind of a meh button. No, most people don't use this, except for that. Or that. So you kind of use it for cross material. You could jump in on someone like, you know, do one of those, right? You could jump in that sense, but it's kind of not a great button. This is an underrated air poke, very much. To a context. That listen. Okay, I need to. Sorry, I need to further expand on the boy because listen. That hitbox is cray. The boy. You know, everything in front of her face, above the hand, and below the hand, the boy. That is why you use the boy. This is also why you use JHP. So, you know, it's kind of meh. It's not that bad, but, you know, the fact that it kind of covers, you know, everything above her is actually kind of good. It's also a good falling button, to be honest. So you can catch people overhead like this. You can also just, you know, almost like a pseudo air dasher and just kind of go forward, do that thing. It's actually not that bad. Also good for whiffing buttons. You can build meter this way. JP or JMP, decent. It's actually good for contesting with air pressure and stuff. Or doing this. You know, you can do some crossovers, shenanigans with that. This is good against Paywell. Good against Big Band if you do subjump JMP. But yeah. This button, meh. You don't use this button. This button's kinda meh. This button, meh. Use this button. Even though you shouldn't use this button. But you should use this button. Because, you know, this second button is ridiculous. Because on block, you know. Would you like a +1 heckin' dive? I'd like a +1 heckin' dive. But that is the dang old crash course in Fuga, pretty much. You know, that's how that goes. Let's put everything back the way I want it to be. There we go. Heckin' +19 looking. Oh man, nice. Watch it. We're going parents and stuff. You straight to eating. I did a bunch of stuff actually. I just did Fuga because Juice asked me to kind of crash course Fuga real quick. So yeah, so that's the crash course on Fuga. If anybody's got any other questions for me, I can certainly answer those real quick. Otherwise, I'm just kind of, you know, cursed double axe makes real fast. Oh, like yeah. Yeah, no problem. Oh, like heckin' double plus axe. Oh my god, dude. I used to run that team. I did some nonsense. What do you mean your mix, dude? I did nonsense with heckin' double axe. Where's my blue double? I don't think I just think I just used L bomber because, you know, that's how that goes. Eliza, axe, and then who did I run third? I think Bill? Might have been Bill. Whatever the case. Let's do that. You can do shenanigans with this heck. Let's hit play again actually and go over here. Then change it so. How do you catch Valentine? How do you mean catch Valentine though? Like, what is the Valentine doing that you need to catch them? You could do shenanigans like this. Playing Super Air. Okay. Oh, catch Valentine in that sense, but if you're playing against Eliza. Yeah, if you're Eliza, right? And Valentine's doing super jump, toss crosses, all that shenanigans, you got Horus to kind of help you with that. They may also, because they have to toss the crosses, they air stall, so they cannot move forward or backwards if they do the crosses. If they did the crosses but didn't use their air dashes. So if they did the crosses, they might do an air dash. You can do an SMP to be able to, you know, catch from that sense. Oh, dude, you front load hella damage. Look at that. Like, dang. Look at that heck. Look at that heck. Like, dang, dude. Yeah, that's like damage, dude. Fuku with X is kind of strange, actually. I think I have a video somewhere to be able to show that else. I usually look for dash under 5 HP as Philia. Yes, that's 5 HP as Philia is actually pretty decent. But to be honest, if you're Philia and you know it's Valentine doing the thing, you can actually just contest air to air naturally because L hairball can just get up in her face. That's a thing you could just do. Yeah, JHK, you just kind of have to bait out the JHK or just cross under and press some buttons. Let's see. Fugo Axe. I haven't messed with Fugo Axe much. At least not in a while. Let's see if I can get my channel here. Let's see here. Let me see if I can find that thing that I did. Where are you at? No. Where are you at? There. Let's see, me. Is it a desktop here so you can see what's going on here? Woo. So I did this moons ago, 2017, and I was messing with Eliza X. You can get 8.1 K out of it. And it's not exactly optimized either, because you could be doing way more things. So yeah, way back then is when I was doing stuff there. Yeah, mostly shadowless. So you just do the M shadow to be able to confirm off the thing. Dark combos in mid screen is pretty dang good. Eliza's C slide is kind of not a thing, to be honest. The corner safe jump? Oh, that's not bad. Okay. That would make sense because, you know, Seaslide and overhead. I haven't known people to do anything with Seaslide and Eliza. That's kind of weird, except for setting up, you know, heckin' high-low stuff. Up to 8.8. Oh, yeah, that's pretty decent. I'm not surprised. Let's see. Oh man. Okay. Sorry, my kid was coming through. He's just like, I want to play Skullgirls. I'm like, but I'm trying to teach people. Need to be up and close in the corner. Yeah, that's fair. Let's see. This is an interesting string, though. You can just do. Dude. The fact that you can just do this. Dang, let me see. It's kind of wild, actually. Like. Oops, let's see. Whoop. That's not bad, all things considered. What a weird thing. This is the way that works is kind of cool, actually. Oh, man. You can do, like, standard mix with this, actually. That's wild. Bruh, there we go. All right then. Trying to drove it right though? Oh my god, dude. That's yikes damage. And yikes mix. Dang. So if you want to do some shenanigans with X, it looks like you could just do that in place of M Shadow, really. Cause that's 2, yeah, just doing that, right? 2, 3, 5, 6. Well, all right then. That's true. Double's kind of, you know, she does do more damage just overall. See if I can do this. Bruh. All right then. Oh my god, okay. Yeah, you can achieve some things. It seems like it's always good. Someone asked a question earlier, I just saw it. What is your main team and what do you like about it? Okay, well, I guess I haven't exactly explicitly stated what my main team was, right? And I've been playing this game for too long. So those who don't know, I've been playing this game since December of 2014. That's when I first received the game, and I've been playing it almost every day since then. So it's been, yeah, too long. I mean, too long is, you know, 5 years is, you know, too long. But yeah, I've been playing this game for a solid 5.6 hours. 5.6k hours, I should say. 5,600 hours. And in that time, I've kind of managed to know how everyone plays and then be able to play all of them, except for Peacock. I know the zoning patterns in like 2 combos, but I haven't played her in real matches. Pain will have played in real matches, so a bit of a better handle on her. But the team that I've always played since I've messed around at about 500 hours is this one, Fuqua Double. Before then, I'd just been solo Fuqua the entire time, because that's who I wanted to play, and everybody else didn't exactly, you know, hit my style just yet. So I've played this the entire time, just about. And the reason that I like this team is because of the synergy. Because you can do shenanigans like this and get some heckin' crazy mid-screen confirms and stuff. So it's kind of like, you know, you just do this. And then you could just go straight into double mix. And, you know, the damage is not great, you know, because, you know, Joe scales. But, like, for me, it's the set play that I do. And I get to do all those shenanigans. And I get to do all the madness, and I like moving really fast, and that's kind of what appealed to me about this. Go back into it. And it just felt like a really good rhythm for me to be able to practice. And by this point, they're at like half health. So, actually, let me see that practically. Yeah, if we go into. And because I played so fast, they'd be at this health level, and then, you know, it's just one more of those strings into death. So. And look at that, they're almost dead. So I kind of like this team just because they can mix so fast. I can do one of these, because, you know, flush step, and things like that would happen and be almost dead. So you know, I this is pretty, you know, it's a fun thing that I like to do. Exercise my fingers, and I would like to. I always just kind of like to mix fast. And most people are just like, "What is happening?" And that's kind of the way that this team plays. Otherwise, you know, the way that the team plays differently. Yeah, this team explodes. So, depending on how, you know, the way that I want the matches to flow, we get to do this. And then, you know, they would explode this way, differently. And depending on how you got it. This is fine because I returned back to neutral and they're half health. So, you know. You go into M Shadow Mix. We're back in neutral. So either way is just like fast mixing, and I kind of liked just the way that it flowed for both character. You know, I would usually play close to full and dizzy. That's just kind of fun. The ones I played, you did the trapping in the corner. Oh, with monster, yeah. Oh, hold on. If you're talking about double jail, let's play again, right. So there's this, right? This you cannot ignore for this character because you can do this with a lot of people. The effectiveness of just doing this in the corner is redonkulous. Like, that's crazy. If we put this at, you know, just infinite, just so we can do this a bunch. Just doing this. It's just wild. And just read people jumping, because you can loop Lugers a lot. Go into monster, because then they try to contest you. If they press a button, they get locked into monster. This is real jail. It's like... This is the jail that hurts. Try to get people to get out of that. That's kind of hard. And it doesn't matter because then you build the bar again. They're back in jail. They can try to press buttons. If they try to go for a knuckle, they get hit. They would have to kind of, you know, trigger the monster. It's kind of rough. Yeah, double jail is really good. Yep, and then you get shot. Yeah, Yeah, that's really rough. Eliza can try to DP me out of it, but then I can just reaction car. So then, you know, and then they get to go into jail. So I mean, it's good. It's good against a lot of characters. We have a lot of options, just in general as well. It's just good. It's just really good. The thing to note, though, because it's kind of important with the way that I do this, and the reason why I do this. Right, so do this right. You can see Double's health bar is disintegrating. So over the course of, you know, a couple seconds, I just can keep doing this. Yup! Did you see the chip? That's crazy. And it's just so much pressure. You try to contest and then you get hit. It's actual damage. It's so good. You just lost so much of your health. So like you try to contest it, you get hit. That's a lot of damage. It's counter hit too, so you do extra damage. If you're blocking it most of the time, you know, it's kind of rough. You get a bunch of chip damage. That's kind of oof. And then if you try to call assist to get out, you know, sometimes both of this is really active, so then I get a free happy birthday and I can just get in. So it's like that's a lot of options. It's really good. That's mostly like why I like this team though. It's they do some crazy things together. It's always nice. Making me miss them. Yeah. H Spiral does do a bunch of chip too, and that's true. That's right. I can now lenient button dash. So it's good. But yeah, does anybody else have any other questions that I could answer? I think I'm done with all the questions in the Discord right now. Yeah, that's about as much as they were. Oh man. Let's take this off so we can see full screen. There we go. It was good. That's why I play this team though. This team is fun like that. Are there safe ways to set up a double raw tag? I don't know of any with my team. What is your team, actually, out of curiosity? Because there might be potential to set this up. Combo an anti-raw tag, but I don't think I can do that with double. Philly anti-double. Okay. Let's see. Philly, say anti caught, sure. And double, sure. Hydrate. I'm already doing that. Take some of my drink. That's good stuff. The way to set this up, set up a double raw tag. If you're gonna try to like a raw tag thing, you kind of only set that up with combos, really. And that's kind of like that's dependent on the character and what kind of strings that you do. Where we at? Block type, right? Block. There we go. See. Can you do this? That's kind of rough. And that's also kind of rough. Yeah. So let's see here. That would work. Let's see. That would almost work if it was slightly higher. That would probably work on Fukuwa. Yeah, it's kind of hard to set up. Yeah, it's kind of hard to set up like that. Annie's is probably easier. Kind of like your safe way to do it. Hey, Selfish, what's up? Yeah, it's no easy way with these characters. And that's kind of weird. Fuku just kind of sit there. Yeah. Yeah, the tag's kind of oof. $2K, $5K. Okay. Hmm. That would kind of work in the corner, actually. There you go. That's a thing. That's kind of safe. Actually safe. You won't get the hit, but you'll certainly get the hit in the corner. Let me see. You hit the hit. Get the hit that way. Let's see. Things to figure out. You can get the hit that way. That's a little bit of damage. That's interesting. That's how you do that. Yep, that's how you do that for double. Bam. So you can do that. Let me see. I don't believe that'll work for double so easily. God, yeah. Weight specific, seems like. You'll get a hit, but you're liable to get punished. Dang, really? You can't get the 2 and B off that? Oof. Dang, that's hard. Okay. Yeah, so I guess those are your kind of your only options. With any of the other characters though, like if you're doing like if you're double, you're trying to do any, right? You're double and trying to get into anything else. It's actually kind of easier, because you just do into that pretty much almost. You just do that, and that's kind of like your thing. Let's see, this might be a mid-screen thing that works. Get the hit right there. That's all right. Yeah. Get the hit right there. Yeah, and then go to neutral. So that's pretty much how you get those. Any other way, it's just it's a little rough. But yeah. Let's see, anything else? I didn't see. How do you deal with people who only mash? Oh. If you want to deal with people who are, it all depends on your characters, but you just you either zone them out, or you just, you let them do their thing, or you just burst bait them to death. Pretty much. I've seen a lot of people who just just press a ton of buttons, but then, just kind of die for it. Yeah, the kind of the easiest and most recognizable way to do it is just to burst bait them to death and teach them that it's not okay to just press some buttons a lot of the time. There are other ways to approach the game beyond just pressing a lot of buttons. Yeah. Let's see here. And they hold it for. I mean, you know, that happens. That is to say, there really is just, you know, people are just pressing a lot of buttons. They just hop into QMs and they're just pressing a lot of buttons at you. That's just, you know, that's that for that situation. We have any other questions? Otherwise, I think I might just, yeah, take off. Here's something I've been playing a little bit of. Ah, poop.
Just a moment. One more once.
You know, I played this in tournament at one point, and that was just kind of fun to just play with this and see how it works. What am I looking at? Tag data. You ever miss with having Eliza on anchor for easy paler? No, I haven't actually. Oh, mess with, yeah. Buttons is fun, but getting reset and combo to death isn't. That, and it feels rewarding to pull a difficult one. I mean, if you're pressing buttons and, you know... That's okay. What's up, matching? I'm looking at the tier. I got the dash forward and back hard kick, which is kind of hard. Oh, where's my tier? Man. Interesting, I'm not getting the tier. There we go. No. That's damage. When do you call out your assist during that combo? It's right after the that damage, yeah. Oh dang. Hold on. We're gonna go off, hold on. Ooh. Okay. Oh, if only, dude. If only I could restand. FHP Quake. I'm horrified, you're right. Nope, missed it. Oh man. Oh, there. So close. I'm trying something really hard. Let me see. Oh, detonate doesn't work. Probably doing that, yeah. Dude, it just looks so cool. I just like the way to look at it. I'm sorry, I'm just very concentrated on this. It just looks cool. Let's see, what buttons of doubles should I have a hit confirm combo for? You have one for L shot, JHP, and CLK. You should also have one for crouch hard punch, because you could do crouch hard punch into Cilia slide, and that's like kind of like a normal confirm. Also CMP, CHP, Cilia slide. That's also a thing. Other buttons. If you want to hit confirm off of stand light, actually, stand light into stand hard into H Luger. That's a thing. There's a bunch of hit confirms that you can have for anything. Do I happen to know any optimal routes with Butcher's Blade Assist for Bella Parasol? Let's see. There are things I could demonstrate that kind of lead into optimal routes, actually. So, Studa Bella. Angle Bella. This. Butcher's. Here. Yes, you can. Yes. T-screen to Clyde is a thing, yeah. That's a long range poke, pretty much. Just set in the corner. I should have just hit it right. I mean, I didn't think I would be able to read. Oh, that's just takes practice kind of thing. That's a thing you can do. You could just, I guess, make a mix out of it. And just lean into other stuff. Pretty much.
Yeah, I
Okay.
said something on a thing and it went crazy. And then they made it into a video. That's where it started. And then I replied. This is a lie.
Of course. Where's the other tweet that it blew up?
That's the original tweet that the
Oh, you got popular real fast. I know. My wife's Twitter popular now. Oh my god. Ooh, you're right. Oh no. Man. Well, alright then. No problem. You're fine. Oh my god. Oh, the parasol with butchers is actually more ridiculous. I didn't see your thing for parasol either. But if we do parasol butchers, it's like more of a thing because you could just do heckin', this. Just if I gotta get the plink right, plink on my heck. Hiya, no, hiya, no, hi, no, hiya, no, I guess not. You hate to see it happen. Why is this? There we go. I mean, that happens. No. There it is. Looks like that. I don't know why I wouldn't just do it. That. Actually just, because you do pillar, right? Pillar is on light kick, right? Or not light kick, hard kick. Cause that's pillar, right? But the assist call is also this and this. So if you plink that, that's your assist call. So I'm actually trying to plink pillar input with assist call, which is kind of hard apparently. Game, there it is. How bad do you want this to be a game? I just need to, do I need to go? It's kind of weird. I guess the other way really is just like, do it like that. Or like, that would also be a thing. Okay, so I might have to actually just... I might have to just call assist and just do the heck. That's kind of wild though. MPHK. Oh yeah, that's also a thing. I mean, it's same thing. Same thing seems to result. It's just strangely, I don't know, weird. Weird. It's finicky. I don't know why it's finicky. I guess it's easier with macro. I'm doing it with a macro right now, but like, I guess if you're perfect with it? Weird. What in the world? No. How close do you have to be? I guess just perfectly at the same time, huh? Because I was just trying to blink it. Yep. This is macro, manual. I guess you just have to be on at the same time then. Alright then. Good to know. That did no damage, but yeah. That's the thing you just do with Parasol and Eliza. Getting that down is kind of inherent to trying to play that. Weird. Okay. Let's see. Any other questions my dudes have? Oh, Juice with the follow. Can't believe it's 2 hours ago. Oh my god, dude. Come on, bruv. Oh yeah, I guess I should also... Here, this is the thing. This is a normal... It should be a normal thing that doubles do. This distance, right? That's a normal confirm. It showed up 2 hours ago that you followed, apparently, dude. Which is fine. Very strange. That's a normal confirm. But yeah, that's like one of those long range posts that you need to get used to doing. Alrighty. 2 hours ago. Juice box. Alrighty. So I'm probably down to enter like 2-3 more questions, and then probably gonna call it there. What do I use for my macros? My macros are here actually. Options controls. So these are my macros. I use MPLK. That's macro 1 on my buttons. And LPHK is macro 2. That's assist call 1 and assist call 2, pretty much. If I was playing on pad, which I used to play on pad, it would actually be what you see on the right, which is MPHP for the dash macro. And then I did MK for Fukuwa Shadow Hold, just in case. But since I play on Hitbox, this is what it looks like for the macros, in case I just want to call assist normally with just a button instead of trying to manual it. Most of the time though, I'm usually just trying to manual stuff. Run stop resets. Let me see. What Fukuwa assist would work for helping Peacock in close range? That would be M Shadow. L Ball also can help. L Fireball can help in the close range too. That's a thing. Her fireballs are actually really good for Peacock. You can also M Shadow. You know, M Shadow in the close range is actually fine. Those are kind of like the standard things to use in your opponent's face like that. Let's see. One stop reset. Oh, those are Ishii. Let's do this. What's up? What's up, Juice? This by itself is a reset. That's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing. That's a thing. From the right distance, this is what it would look like. That's a thing. That by itself is reset because you're +6. Yeah. That gets a lot. So I mean, you just kind of do it. Just do whatever the heck, you know. That's a thing. You can do that in the corner too. Yeah, you know. That myself. See if I can get this one, because this one's kind of ridiculous. Whoops. Oh, no. Oh. That's a thing. So, I mean, yeah. You can do a lot of nasty things with the second character. In the corners, it's slightly more obvious, because you can do dumb as heck stuff. So if we push over to the corner. If I can get the thing. Oh. That's a thing. You can do a lot of that in the corner. It's a bunch of nasty stuff. I'm kind of liking Fuqua double rubber. I would change the order of that team first off, actually, like run Fuqua point or Rubble point and double anchor, because you might be missing out on some safe DHCs there, friend. Assists to run, H-beam's usually pretty good. Double, Cilia slide, LDP, or H-bomber if you would like to do some full screen shenanigans with the Rubble and the Fuqua. Both are viable. Fuqua, you can do M Shadow, because that's underrated. L Shadow is alright if you want to do the high-low shenanigans. Fireballs if you want to do some extra zoning with Robo. Yeah, I mean, those are the kind of things you can do. Yeah, so yeah, you know, Bell's busted. You just do whatever you want, to be honest with the fucking run stops. Any point, Fuqua middle, double anchor probably there. Or any double Fuqua, either works. The shell with Fuqua double is actually really strong, so, I mean, it kind of doesn't matter who's mid or anchor between Fuqua and double. As long as Annie's point. Any point, but she's kind of like the team player, and she relies on the assist. She's also just kind of the assist character now, these days. Any point just seems a little better. Me, at least, in my opinion. If I was running that team, I would put any point, because then I wouldn't sacrifice Fuqua or double shenanigans. So have to be missing with the team? I have no idea. I thought last I saw he was doing Annie Painwheel double, or I guess he has been doing Annie Fuqua. I think I saw one thing of Annie Fuqua. I've not seen what else he's done, or they have done. Sorry. Parasol, Bella, Eliza. That team, but just like that is fine actually. You could change it up if you want Eliza point and Parasol mid and then Bella. As long as you believe in the anchor Eliza. Oh yeah, the damage you can get off of heckin' the pillar stuff. Kind of wild. I poop. I poop. I poop. I poop. I poop. If only, dude. Oh man. Try to see. Try to do it. Do it. Nah. Well. Okay. One more question and then we'll call it there. Yeah, Eliza Bella Para is also pretty decent, actually. Parabella is an extremely good show. So is, again, and Eliza. Yeah, the way you already run it is pretty good. This character's privileged. Look at that hitbox. Why does she get to do that? Why does she get to do that? Okay. Or say one more, then I'll cut the stream. Oh. Get ping to up. Whack. Man, we could just almost do the optimal movement. This thing I'll make you button dashing. It's pretty good. Alright, any more questions? Any more questions for me? Lay 'em on me. Val H brass mid screen? Oh man. You don't understand.
Back on the beat.
This screen's kind of hard with brass like that. That's wild. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of rough, but it's like, yeah, we try something like that for heckin' H-Brass. Probably. That's weird. The way that works, though, it's funny. All right, I mean, I guess it kind of works, right? That's weird. Okay. Wait, can you confirm off of that? Oh, dude. We're discovering tech. Instead of JSK, yeah, probably. Oh, look. Wanda? Oh no, maybe not. find that weird that it's like, that's what connects. Oh, hey, there it is. Hey, we're in there. Hey, if you delay it a little bit, eh? Oh my god! Was that Bix? Excuse me? Well, look at it. Weird things. Oh, in the corner. Probably easier in the corner, actually. I can just do this stuff. Nope. I'm just gonna do the... Nope. Oh. You know, that stuff. Ah, poop. Mm, 8 point. That's 8. That's not bad, actually. Can you imagine if that worked? Dang. I hit it, but I didn't get the restand. That sucks. I'm so sad. Dang. Oh well. It's not bad. It's kind of weird. Whereas like other characters, like Bella can do it slightly better. Since there's just like so much launch from heckin' whatchamacallit? From Brass Brain. All right. Well, I'm gonna call the stream right there. Thanks everybody for stopping by, asking all these questions. I'm glad to help wherever I can. Thanks for people for assisting as well. You know, it's a side along answer questions. We help each other by learning all together. We'd like to see more Skullgirls, hopefully more on time Skullgirls. Yeah, no problem. Please tune in to again Skullgirls Get Gr8 every Wednesday at 8 p.m. EST. Thanks everybody for stopping by. We'll see you all next time. Appreciate y'all. Later.